Jake.
Good. What's good with y'all, man? Shout out to my boy DJ Candlestick on that mix. I'm gonna put that in the that's his Chop Not Slop remix. If y'all don't know who DJ Candlestick is in Houston, you are asleep. You are asleep. Wake up. What's good? Long time no speak. Boy's been busy. My boy Space is still handling business with his family. Shout out to Space. You know what I mean? Y'all shout out to Space. Yeah, man, we just wanted to tap in with y'all boys with the CSGs. Y'all let yourself known in the chat. Put your names in the chat so I can shout you out. I see Yassine, you in here. Was good with you. Maddox, Bumper was good, throwing up the H's. Zachary saying was good with you. Salute, my boy. Who else we got in here, man? We got 30 people. People ain't talking, man. Mitty was good, bro. I don't know. This might be the first time I seen you on here. Um, yeah, man, there's a couple things I wanted to touch on. Some little, not really a lot going on. Most of the stuff, this is like the dead period of the off season. So, um, you know, not really much to talk about. So at this point, people start grasping at straws. Like, damn, Jalen Green wore a red hat. You know what I mean? Let's talk about that for 3 hours. But there have been some interesting things that have happened, right? We've seen some interesting things. One of the things that I saw, kind of heard or seen on Twitter was the Alperen Sengun interview, which was very interesting. And you know, what I mean, very interesting. I'm gonna share my screen and shout out to the boy. Let me see. Let me get his Twitter handle right. The boy, I am so happy 28. Bro is a Shangoon supporter on Twitter. Great follow. Y'all should hit that boy. Give him a follow if you're on Twitter. That's I am so happy. Let me see if I can copy and paste it. Put it in the chat. Y'all give him a follow. Yeah. Shout out to my son, bro. My son is a G. Do y'all see the he's in this Pokemon bag right now? Y'all see the background. The ones in the frames, the Dragon Ball Z is me, bro. That's not him. He's not gonna take credit for that. That's me. He had chip off the old block though. Yeah, I used to get down with the pencil and stuff like that. But shout out to him. I'm gonna put the I am so happy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen in a second, and then I'm gonna read through because the interview with Shangun is in it's in Turk. I don't know what their language is. It Turkish? If y'all could correct me, y'all correct me in the chat. Is it Turkish? What do they speak? Farsi? I know I'm gonna get cooked for this, but um, yeah, I couldn't understand it. I try to get in there and do like listen to it, use kind of, it doesn't work. It's not like Spanish where you could like hear words. It's Turkish. Okay. Boy said Farsi. Y'all let me make it. I'm uncultured. All right, so yeah, so it was too much going on, bro. I was trying to use the hand movements to really figure out what they were saying. I was like, hell no, I'm gonna just wait for somebody. And luckily for us, the brother translated it for us. So let me go ahead and share. I'm gonna read through some of the quotes. The good thing, you know, what I love about like foreigners, bro, like because I'm a foreigner myself. I'm Nigerian. The thing I love about foreigners, y'all will notice this with like Embiid and Giannis when they talk, is like there's an unfiltered nature that a lot of foreign people have, and they don't do it on purpose. So they'll say stuff that is so brutally truth. There's like this thing in America where people try to be cordial and say nice things. Foreigners don't care, bro. They'll call you fat. They'll, you know, what I mean, they'll say whatever's on their mind. They just say it really blunt. And the thing with like when Alperen talks is that he is so uh it's so deliberate and it's just like straightforward, and people take it, you could take it good or bad, but you could tell that he is he's genuinely a very nice kid. Enjoyed his time with Coach Silas, but there's some stuff just like with Jalen, they say little stuff that they might not know that throws some of the coaches under the bus. So we'll look at that. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Let me go through. Looks like we got a lot of the Turkish brothers in the audience today. I already shout out Yassine, Bumper, Midi, Haas, Jacinto Martinez, Nate, Nasty Sean, I think. Mudbone was good, bro. Big R 1984 was good with you, brother. Uh, Shout out to your kids' drawings and Ben Sullivan here. Oh, okay. Higher. Oh, okay. Yeah, appreciate that. How you figured that out, bro? I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that. The Ben Sullivan thing. Was that true? Is that real, bro? Because I didn't know. I thought it was rumors. I've been kind of off of Twitter, so if that's real, then we could definitely gotta talk about that. I was gonna talk about it as a rumor. So, Big R, fill me in if it's officially a thing. Is that a thing now? Is it like in the books? Shout out to Aaron Ellingbone. Clip Carleone. Let's see who else we got here. Oh boy, this one got double dots over the U. Okay, bro, I'm gonna try. Tell me if I'm emphasizing the right. Hussein Kus. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know if I butchered that. Go Cop was good with you, brother. Anthony Archon, the sleep art. Okay, those are the day ones. All days. Okay. Yo, we got Ben Sullivan. That's what's up, bro. Yeah. Yeah. That's big news. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna act like I know who these dudes are. Like I've heard of him. You know, obviously, stuff comes out like they acting like this man's like some renowned shooting coach. I really don't attribute a lot of that to just coaches like that. Like, I mean, he's probably good at his job, but they were saying like, okay, the Rockets going to start shooting better. I don't think he's some like hidden gem shooting coach. They're probably really elite coaches though to be able to coach a championship caliber team. So the Rockets just upgraded their whole staff to a championship roster caliber on the coaching, which is good. That's also another indicator that you know what I mean. That's really the moves you want to see. We've been losing over these past few years at multiple levels. We lose on the court, we lose on the bench with the coaches, and we were losing in the front office a lot in the rebuild. So and when you compete for a championship, you're really competing, and the front office will include ownership. So you're competing in the executive suite, you're competing on the bench, and you're competing on the court. And my problem with the Rockets is that they were tanking 3 out of 3, right? That's a bad tank, right? 3 out of 3. You can't tank 3 out of 3. The really, really elite teams, they tank 1 out of 3. You tank on the court, right? And then you win with your coaches, you win with your front office. That's the championship kind of that's what you need to see. But the bad teams that bumble and stumble around, they lose at all levels. They're going to be bad coaches, bad players, bad executives, and ownership. So I'm hoping it's seeming like all indications are the Rockets are moving in the right direction. They're going, towards winning in all 3 phases. Tillman has made some good moves. Stone is making good moves. Obviously, we hired a championship caliber coach. Now we have a championship caliber coaching staff, and you add that on with bringing in championship level players, which we might talk about some potential ones. Then you start turning that ship around. So that's definitely what's up. So let me go ahead. Let's do the Sengun thing. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Everybody in the chat. Let me see. Let me try to do this without messing up. Y'all know I suck with technology. Here we go. Bang. I'm gonna share straight from Twitter. So let me zoom in so we can read. Like I said, it was in Turkish, so I couldn't really like play the video to audio. And shout out, like I said, I am so happy 28. Y'all give him a follow on Twitter. We're gonna use his translations. I put a tweet out that said that I hope this isn't like when you see somebody that got like a Chinese or like a Japanese lettering tattoo, and they're like, oh yeah, it means like dragon fist, and you go ask like somebody from the country and be like, bro, that thing says chicken water or something. Say some crazy. So I'm gonna trust him. He already gave me his word that is pretty much the flavor of it. Now I know we have a very we have Turkish fans in the audience, so y'all I think y'all can validate most of the stuff. But yeah, let's just look at some of the stuff he said. We're just gonna read it, okay? So the first quote he put out, and it's from the interview was from I don't know if it's a site or what Socrates Durgy is. I don't know if he's a media person, but shout out to him as well. And yeah, we'll go through it. So the first one, the quote says, "At the beginning of the season, I wasn't seen as one of the main weapons of the team. As time went on, this motivated me more because previously I was always on most important player on the team. This motivated me to work hard." So that that's pretty straightforward. Yeah, I mean, we kind of saw that. Obviously, the lob threat thing, the whole Bruno Fernando over Shangun. Oh, Socrates is a magazine. Shout out to them. Um, that was wild. That was a wild time, right? Do y'all remember that like 2 week period where we all argued over why Bruno Fernando, who is probably now watching this stream along with the rest of y'all, why he should be starting over Shangun? Crazy times, right? Like how did that happen, right? That was a weird time. That was a weird time in the fan base. But yeah, it seems like they didn't really prioritize him at that point. And to me, a lot of this stuff was what did Silas in at the end, right? His doing really came down to the fact that this dude just did not really use the talent that he had available to him. He was so like into his offensive philosophy, a lot of pick and rolls, a focus on the ball handlers, perimeter oriented, which the NBA is on the most part. But as we're watching the finals, we're seeing that, hey, you can actually get to the finals with running through your big man. And the great thing about watching the Heat and the Nuggets play in the finals, despite the fact that it's probably going to be, it's like watching Gonzaga versus like Auburn or something. It's like a college game. As a basketball purist, I love it, but it lacks the star power that you want to see in the finals. With Jokic doing a lot of the carrying in that star power domain and Jimmy on Miami side. And aside from that, their games are so spread out that they're not like the typical give them the ball and let them cook, right? So we're not really seeing that mano y mano. It's just like Jokic is just such a surgeon with the ball that he's going to dissect you however you see fit. If you double him, he's gonna pick you apart with the passes. If you let him cook, he's gonna destroy the one-on-one matchup. Then Jimmy is like the all-around just glue guy, but he's a star glue guy. So it's not the most exciting series. We're not gonna cap. But the point I'm making is that you get two contrasting styles with Bam Adebayo being used and as a fulcrum in the Heat offense, and then Jokic being used as a fulcrum. But Jokic is so much more the focus of their offense. That's one style. That's the all in full out, like we're going, this guy's our offensive system. Then you get the Bam side, which Bam is also the same thing Jokic is in the Heat offense. He just is the mediator for a lot of their shots. So he's not. So just showing you, I love the contrast and range that we're seeing out of the finals and big men being utilized. And they really do play similar positions in their offense. Just to show you having that talent that's there. And it's crazy how good the Denver's defense is in the playoffs, right? Kind of dispel some of the myths that we've heard. So there's the interview. Just to point out, Sengun looks like he's been lifting a little bit, bro. And I'm telling y'all, like when these dudes get older, all of them, y'all, he's still 20. When these dudes get older, man, yeah, y'all like imagine just all of them like 25 years old, 26 years old. That's why we gotta be patient, right? And he gives Coach Silas here a compliment, saying, "Coach saw me as a point center. This gave me confidence. KPJ was the first guard, saw me as a second guard. Straight bullet at Jalen Green there. I get more joy allowing my teammates to play their game than I do my own. So yeah, KPJ was definitely seen as the first guard. Like we knew that. That was definitely a thing. That was definitely a thing, bro. That was definitely a thing. So, I mean, I'm not mad at that. If they want to lean into that, but it's kind of funny how you go from not being a priority, being behind Bruno Fernando to a second guard. He shouts out John Lucas, who I wonder if John is going to be actually is going to be on the coaching staff. I know there's been some things about I mean, whether he should be on. I don't know. I'm indifferent, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The one part of me wants him to be on because obviously he's like a Rockets legend and he has a connection with the kids and all that. But then another part of me is like, damn, he's part of the old regime. Like, I really don't want anybody from that regime there because it's like reminding you of like failure. So I don't know. I've heard people float around that he may be good as a front office person or whatever. I mean, I think, whatever. If they keep him, shout out to him. If they want to keep him as a developmental guy where he can focus on doing that aspect, I think he probably would enjoy that more than trying to be a coach like that's like dealing with the day to day stress. I'm sure he's like just trying to like phase out and just be behind the scenes helping these guys develop. But if we could keep Lucas, yeah, that would be what's up. But I'm not gonna cry if they move on from him. So Alp goes on to say about his relationship with Coach Silas. Silas is an absolutely incredible, understanding person. It was very difficult for him. Two, I was very upset for his situation as well. He deserves the best, regardless of what the media. I ain't gonna lie, I'm the media. I'm gonna be the media. Damn that. He was a terrible coach. I'm not gonna, beat a dead horse, but you know what I mean? Just like when we saw, after the game where Silas threw Alperen under the bus, where Dame dropped 70 on the Rockets' head, and he basically made the focal point of that game on his 20-year-old center, which was disgusting to see from a leadership standpoint. That was some nasty stuff. So, and if you remember after that game, Alperen took the blame for that. He was like, "Yeah, it's on me." Like I was like, "Damn, bro." I like that he did that, but at the end of the day, once again, like, you know what I like about Ime right now? What he's doing, he's filling in that vacuum that these kids, they need somebody that's going to be the grown up, the star, the face in the room that everybody gravitate, because none of them are ready to be that. So, and Silas wasn't that for them. And when you don't have that void filled in with a strong personality, it really just has all this stuff where everybody wants to be that guy. And you have kids, 20, 19-year-olds trying to be leaders, and they're not ready to lead. You know what I mean? And it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So yeah, it's he's always going to take the high road, you know. So good for him. Sengun on Jabari. There's a lot of pressure when you are the top five pick. He's very hardworking. He might be skinny now, but he's very strong. You see that little? He might be skinny. You know what I mean? One of those foreign things. Like somebody would say, like, "Damn, bro, you saying I'm skinny?" Nah, it's just he's just saying. But we seen Jabari in the gym, man, doing yoga. Boys out there boxing. He doing all that extra weird stuff. I hope he getting up shots. That's what I hope. I mean, damn the yoga, bro. You need to make the ball go in the hoop. You know what I mean? Get up them shots. You know what I mean? I wish I had we could play memes on YouTube of that Snoop Dogg meme where he said, I don't know, it's like he said, "Shut the F, go shoot some damn shots." Like, bro, yeah, I'm all for the yoga and stuff. Shout out to yoga because I did it. I played football at Prairie View, and we had a thing where we had a hot yoga session. I almost died. Like that was intense stuff. So I know it's really helps. Um, let's see, Alperen on his shot put. So that's his little mid range floater game that he has. He said, "I really improved my floater last year. For example, I'm playing versus Gobert, and he can't defend this. Damn, no one can. For me, this has become an alternative weapon, and this is really where he's going to have to take his that game to the next level, right? This is where, because for him, honestly, to be on the court on an Ime Udoka offense, he has to have some perimeter game. Not that he has to have it to play, but for him to really be like a focal point of the offense. Like, and I don't see him being Jokic right now, because Jokic wasn't Jokic right now. You know what I mean? Jokic wasn't Jokic right now. Jokic actually, um, he had to build up to where he was, but I can see definitely Sengun being like somewhere between Bam Adebayo and Jokic in the offense. And going off of that, and same thing with how they use Bam now. When them bigs try to really sag in the paint because they know he's really not a outside threat. That's when you got to have that. Bam has a little 18-footer, that little floater Sengun got. If y'all watch the last video, what I did compare him and Jokic, bro's shooting pretty good from there, bro. He's like a high 40s, 50% mid range shooter. Low key, good, efficient shooter from the mid range. So, you know, what I mean, the things about him not shooting to me is just more repetitions. We already know that coach didn't tell him not to shoot. Him says, "I think I played good defense for at least 10 to 15 games this season. Playing defense in the pick and roll is difficult, but I think I'm figuring this out. This was hard at the start of the season because we were playing drop coverage, which is nuts, man. Damn, that's nuts. And if you remember the interview Coach Udoka did, I don't know if it was with Kelly Iko or with Jonathan Fagan. The interview was really, he had said something about utilizing guys to put in them in position to be successful. I had a live stream where I did talking about that too, where we went through, if y'all remember, some of y'all that were here, we went through the video of Dame basically saying that he's confused why coaches still implement the drop versus him, right? Because he knows that when he comes off that screen, he's firing. Like it's nothing. It's firing. And shout out to Jacob Corshin for subscribing. Shout out to Jacob. Shout out to the subscribers. But yeah, like that drop coverage, bro. Like you got to know when to use it. The idea behind the drop coverage for the billionth time, you're trying to prevent people getting to the rim. That's the main thing of it. It's rim protection first. You're overemphasizing rim protection, like and because if you think about it, and to me, the drop coverage is going to be obsolete in like 5 years. I'm calling it because these guys are coming off shooting, bro. Dudes is coming out shooting. You can't play the NBA like you can't play the drop and prioritize rim attacks over everything else in defense when most guys just want to get up a shot. You know what I mean? It used to be the rare occasion was that it was shooting teams. Like when Golden State first came out, they were like a kind of an abnormality in the NBA. Like if y'all remember, there were clips of like Charles Barkley and them saying a team that shoots a bunch of jumpers is never gonna win a championship. Well, that looks stupid now, but the point is that was a abnormality. That was not normal. That was the outside the norms of NBA basketball is teams that shot like that. And now you got teams. Now that's regular. Everybody throwing up three. Y'all remember when we had the 2017-18 playoff team that took the Warriors to 7? We used to average like it was like 50 some threes again, something like that. And that was just wild in the NBA. If y'all go look at what everybody's up there now. Everybody's shooting 50, 60 threes a game. The dynamic in the NBA has changed. So for coaches that are going to be stuck on that old like, oh, we got to play the drop, you have to protect the rim, obviously, but y'all just watch the playoffs, man. That stuff is not it's not as a priority. I think right now it's better to have perimeter defense than to have just like and it's relative too. Like obviously you want somebody that can protect the rim, but what else do they do? Because those guys, for the same reasons that we see centers that are rim protectors, but they can't shoot. Guess what? They can't play in the playoffs because they get played off the court. You're just not useless. I know a lot of people drool over Robert Williams on the Celtics. In the closeout game, dude played like, what, 9 minutes, 14 minutes? You feel me? So y'all got to understand what I'm trying to say here is like, you got to switch your mind. The dynamic is changing, bro. The dynamic is changing. Y'all you got to switch the mind. That old, oh yeah, we need like DeAndre Jordan in the paint. Nah, bro. Can your center pass, bro? Can he do a DHO? Can he short? Is he a master in the short roll? You know what I mean? What's his post up game? Can he generate his own shots? Can he shoot? Can he get a midi? Does he have a three bag? What can your center do other than just block shots and lobs? Because they're gonna take that junk away. That's why Capella wasn't playing late in games. That's why we had to go Pete the tuck wagon. You feel me? So the dynamics is changing. All I'm saying that is to say that we just got to expand what we're viewing as like team building because I think a lot of people are stuck in the past. Okay, so let's move up. Your boy said, and it's kind of wild. He said only 10 and 15 games. That's crazy. That's crazy. Shout at himself. Alperen Sengun says, I'm going back to Houston in 10 days. We're, speaking of Udoka, are going to have dinner together and have training. I'm very excited. I like coaches with discipline and toughness. Damn, shots. This is how I grew up all my life. I love that, man. The contrast. That's the contrast right there. That is a contrast. Uh, okay, we got Hussein just says that he also mentioned. See, you. I am so happy, bro. You slipping. You should have put that in there. Hussein said he also mentioned about the low man defense. He kind of likes the idea of it. And if he's referring to what I'm thinking, the low man would be Sengun basically placed on the other team's worst shooter, where he comes as the help, and you can run your and let me see who does this. A team that does this a lot was I know Celtics do some of it, but teams are still going to hunt out that low man to try to get him in the mix. I'm trying to think of a team. I know everybody was giving. I don't know which team did it. Was it the Lakers where they were putting somebody like on the weak side, then pre-switching? I think Celtics did it, if I remember. It might be the Celtics. It was the Celtics. Yeah, they were pre-switching to protect like Jalen Brown when he was in foul trouble. Like they would put him on in the corner as the low man. Then as when the other team trying to hunt him, they would pre-switch it, so you kind of get wasting time trying to hunt that mismatch. But yeah, I think Sengun is the low man. You know what I mean? I think you could do some of it because you know what I mean he could be there to kind of just help. But honestly, you kind of I want somebody that's more able to help than retrieve on to close out on that corner if need be. More athletic, can cover more ground. I like Jabari as a low man. He sucked at it this year because he just wasn't reading the defense as fast. He's a rookie, so that's expected. But I do like Jabari as a low man, so I would prefer him to play the low. I think Sengun is a good point of attack big man, bro. Like I wanted to see him mix up his coverages, let him play the trap, let him do a hard show and retreat. That's he just got to keep working on his foot speed and his footwork, his backpedaling, his ability. He has great hips in the drop. And you know, I mean, I pointed that out his rookie year when he played. There's a video, one of my favorite videos I made for Alp was the one where he played against the Memphis, where basically him and the second unit beat the Memphis Grizzlies. They won the game for us in that game. And let me see, we got to subscribe. Let me see who the subscriber is. Spencer, shout out to you, brother. But yeah, so they won that game because he was playing John Morant pretty damn good. Like he's able to turn his hips as the guards try to change position. That's what a lot of guards do. They try to switch positions to kill the big man. So, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think that they could use him more ways than we saw. Like that game against Dame, I would have been trapping. I would have been trapping that thing all night. Like, let's trap him. I want to see if what's his name? The Matthias, whatever his name from Philly that they traded over here. Can he hit 10 threes? You know what I mean? Can those role players, can they drop 30? I want to see a role player on the Blazers drop 50 on me. I'm not gonna let Dame. That's just bad coaching, bro. Every time I think about it, it annoys me. Let's move on. Let's move on before my veins start popping. Okay, so let me see. Alperen already said that. Going back to Houston. Shout out to him and Coach Udoka to train together. I never remember Coach Silas doing that with the guys. He always had some of the assistants training with them. I'm sure he did, but it just feels different. And he quote says Udoka will likely put high expectations this season. Alperen then says, I hope so. I guess that's the guy asking him that. He says, I've always been a very coachable player. Whatever he wants and sees fit, I will do my best. Love that, man. And I'm wondering, what are the expectations? What do y'all think? Y'all can put in the chat, like for these guys. I'm gonna do something, maybe look at that as a future video. But what do we expect from this team, bro? Like I've been trying to think about that. What would be considered a successful season? So put in the chat. Y'all let me know in the chat as we're going. Like how many wins is successful for you? What up, Sega Migs? What was good with you, man? So it was good. I'm gonna say for me, just as with no research, I haven't looked at nothing. I think for me personally, if they get to 35 wins, successful season. Y'all let me know what your number is in the chat. Let me see where y'all at. Some of y'all be a little delusional, right? Some of y'all delusional. I done heard, you know what I mean, 6 seeds. Okay, here we go. Isaac came off top ropes, playoffs. Let's go. First seed, right? Let me see. So here we are. He said last year I had to talk with Silas. I told him, get mad at me. Oh, yeah, this this is the one that made me laugh, bro. Can you imagine, bro, like a 20-something-year-old Jackson, you drunk. The boy says 60 low ball. Let me see. Can you imagine a 20-year-old going to a grown man and saying, a coach, get mad at me, yell at me, push me, and the team? That is embarrassing, bro. Damn, that's embarrassing. That is crazy. That a kid had to tell a coach to get mad at me and push me, bro. What were we doing? Like, look, let me copy and paste this and put this in the chat. I want y'all to read this for yourself. I want y'all to read this for yourself. Look at this. That boy said, I had to talk with Silas. I told him, get mad at me, yell at me, push me, and the team. I told him maybe a lot of players won't like this, but I'm not like that. Damn, shout out to him. Shout out to the slug at every other player on the roster and the indirect grenade at Steven Silas. My God. Like, can y'all let's soak this in, bro. Like let's what's the word? Let's expand. I forgot the word I'm trying to use, but let's dive into this. So this dude had to go to our coach. He had to go to our coach and sit him down and basically tell him, "Hey, coach, can you coach me? Like, can you push me? Can you make me better? Can you yell at me when I mess up? Can you get mad at me when I do something wrong so I can get better?" And you know what? Coach Silas tried, and his dumb self, what he did was he threw him on under the bus after games. That was his response. Dude actually listened and got mad at him, but he forgot to do it to everybody else, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. And there were people telling me, "Oh no, it's part of the tank. Oh, it's part of the tank. They just tanking." Bro, that isn't tanking, man. Like y'all seen that? Y'all reading this with me. Coming from the horse's mouth. Y'all reading this with me. That is not tanking. That is just I don't know what that is, bro. I've never what? You pair this up with all the stuff that's coming out, like the Jalen on the and they're young. Our players are young, so they don't really understand media training. They just say what they kind of feel, and some of it is like I said. I'm sure all of this is unintentional. It's not like he's trying to throw. He already said he loves Steven Silas, appreciates him, appreciate blah blah blah. But when they say what they feel, shout out to that Max Sauce for the subscription, bro. Shout out to you. When they say what they feel, it comes off like if it's like a kid, man. When a kid tell you the truth, like, bro, you stink. A kid will tell you stink and just walk off like it's nothing. So it's just crazy that they have to, like Jalen saying that his camp was asking for more structure and organization, and they wanted somebody to organize the court for them, like a point guard. Like it's crazy, bro. Like I don't know what we like the damage that the Rockets have to undo, man. I mean, Ime Udoka has a lot of work, man. Like he has a lot of work to do with the team that he has. He goes on to say this: the quote about the Lakers game was an amazing game for me. I had a lot of friends there that day. I felt every shot I attempted would go in. Wasn't his dad at that game? Was that his game? No, his dad was that thing in Washington. I think was his dad in LA. Y'all let me know. I attempted would go in. I could have continued this in the fourth quarter, but our team offense plan changed. Damn, slug. Bang. That's another one. Drunk, man. Cosalis was out there just sleepwalking. This the game he dropped, what, 35, 14, and like what? Didn't we go to Boban in that game? Y'all remind me. I'm having flashbacks now. Didn't we like make an adjustment to try to put Boban in? Oh man. Damn, we really went through it, man. Shout out to the fan base, man. Y'all really lived through a lot of like that was probably the most infuriating basketball. Y'all remember Space almost had a nervous breakdown after one of these games, bro. Like we went through it, man. We went through a lot. We went through a lot as a fan base with these past few years. Albert says LeBron told his teammates it's fine to risk leaving me to take a three after I made the shot. I told LeBron what happened. Love that. You were saying I can't make it. He said that's tough. Then in the fourth quarter, he defended me. I remember that. They had to put LeBron on, bro. That's put LeBron on, bro. That was lit, bro. That was a lit game. Love the kid. That was a game where Jabari got to play against LeBron too. Talking about his dad. Yeah, that was lit. I love when these young players get to go against these greats, and I mean, they really get to compliment them and big up them. Y'all seen all the love that guys have gotten, whether it's Jabari, whether it's Sengun, Jalen. But if we have to do a tally of who gets the most love from NBA players, it's Alp by far. It's not even close. Oh, we got a super chat. Shout out to you, boy, Third Coast Alliance, saying I expect that our team defensive rating is going to improve quite a bit. Combine that with better transition play, with improved ball handling and playmaking. I think 35 plus wins is what I'm looking for. All right, yeah, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. Yeah, 35 plus wins is kind of, to me, that's like, okay, they did something. If it's less, man, I mean, I'm going to be disappointed, but it's going to be. I'm just going to prep y'all, man. It's going to take like at least 2 years, like a year. This first year is going to be untangling all this crap I'm reading, right? They don't know how to get coached. Damn near LP coaching a coach on how to coach, bro. Jalen coaching a coach on how to coach. So they have to learn how to be coached. They have to know what it feels like to be pushed, yelled at, all of them. LP say he's ready for it. Is KBJ, is Jabari. I know Jabari probably is. Jalen ready when he get cussed out and benched for not running back on defense? Because I've seen him, Ime Udoka, do it to better players. I've seen him cuss out Jason Tatum. I keep saying it. I've seen it happen. I've seen him cuss out Jaylen Brown. I've seen him throw his clipboard, cuss out the entire team in a huddle, and they just put their heads down and just keep it moving. Because if you've seen Ime, he a big dude. He ain't no skinny dude. A big man. That's a big man. That's a large man. So he has a presence about him. This ain't a dude KBJ gonna throw soup at. You know what I mean? It might be some furniture moving up in there. That's a grown man. So 35 wins. I mean, that's what, how many? That's damn near a 15 win jump. So yeah, man, they got a lot of work to do. Alp says, for me, this is another quote for this. I guess this is Jokic game. It was always incredible feeling to match up versus Jokic. The last game versus Nuggets at home is an unforgettable game for me. To play like Jokic versus Jokic himself, for me, it was a special feeling. Yeah, man, y'all are seeing it. Check out my video on that. If you haven't watched it, check it out. See the comparisons there. Check out the video I made before that about comparing him and your boy Sabonis. And I got people were saying when I said that I think he's already surpassed Sabonis. I didn't mean right now. I meant as like we're looking at Sabonis at different ages, bro. Yeah, it's just Sabonis at different ages, but yeah, let me see. Somebody just made a joke. He gonna slap KPJ and steal his girl. Damn, bro, shut up. Y'all are weird, man. That's funny though. Yeah. So the Jokic thing yet to be seen. Some of y'all saying he's gonna be better than Jokic. I'm not gonna cap. I don't think so. I think Jokic is very very special. Like generational. Is Alp going to be generational? I don't know. Like I don't know. Is he going to be good? Yes. Is he probably going to make an All Star team? I think he can make an All Star team in his career. To get to that generational level, that's going to be on him, bro. Just like with any of these talented young guns out here, they got to like it's on them. You know what I mean? It's what they got to do to get there. But Jokic is definitely one of those guys. So can he be? We hope so. We'll see. We'll see. So he says there's a Oh, I skipped some up here. He says about Embiid, Joel Embiid, he is extremely physical. He's not only really big, but he's very physical. He has a great shot as well. Yeah, that was a good matchup for him. If y'all remember that game, one of my favorite games to watch was that game where they played and he had 5 fouls going into the fourth quarter and with like 4 minutes left, and he guarded Embiid like a dog for the whole rest of the fourth quarter, tied up the game into overtime. I think he fouled out with like a minute or two left in overtime, and we won the game, bro. So like I said, man, I see the flashes, man. Y'all know I don't be capping on here. So yeah, I definitely see the flashes. He says this is a lot of new coming our way, players, coach, staff. I hope we adjust quickly and correctly. We need to focus. We have an incredibly talented team, and we need to show this. It has to be a good season for us. There's big facts. Then he says, adding to his game, he says, I know I need to shoot more. I'm working on my mid-range game. At one point in the season, I was told not to shoot and rather pass. This motivated me. I told myself I'm going to trust myself and shoot. That is wild, my guys. Damn. Man. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's almost abuse at that point, man. I remember there was a time where Christian Wood did a post game interview where this dude openly admitted that Coach Silas told him to shoot all the shit. Like every time he gets a three, he should shoot it. And he was like, "Yeah, he told me to shoot him, but I don't be shooting them. I sometimes I take it in when the shot isn't there." Like he said that, bro. That man ignored his coach and was like proud of it. Alperen says, Coach Silas and I might have had our moments, but he seriously helped me so much to this date in defense and shooting and passing. He told me to make passes. I feel good. Even when I made bad passes, he applauded me. One thing about Steven Silas, he was he let his guys learn. So that is one strength that he did have. He let his guys learn. He just didn't correct them enough. He just didn't correct them enough. Like, there's one thing to encourage, like, hey, good job. You know what I mean? You made a bad pass. Then okay, all right. Well, let me clap you on. You didn't get back on defense. Like, bro, there's you gotta draw a line. Like some things you can clap on, some things you gotta put your foot down on. And that was the thing with that. And then finally finished. What was it? Okay, yeah, I think that was the last thing. But just the takeaway from that interview, man, just wild. Just just goes on to kind of more of what just I'm amazed at just how crazy that our entire situation was. I'm amazed, and it's if you put that in retrospect. Now I said 35 wins earlier, and let me scroll through and see what some of y'all was saying on here with the wins. Let me see the win totals. Let me see some of y'all. You know what I mean? A Saturday might have been drinking. DJ Generation, pessimistic as always. 32 wins, which I'm not mad at. All day. 3004 says 35 to 40. I kind of in that range. Nihat says play in. Okay, I guess 35 could be a play in. Mo Azazi gave us the lawyer response. Totally depends. Well, duh, Mo. Come on, give us a win total, bruh. Um, your boy Sigamig said whatever playing is, okay, playing. Yasin says depends on the vets, bro. 30 to 40. I'm in that range. Zachary is lowballing them at 30 to 35 to 40 for Mario, 35 to 40 for Mitty. Jackson on that good Houston Kush saying 60. Um, let me see. Compete for a play-in. I'm with it there. Bumper 35. Uh, Andrew Gutierrez says playoffs, wild and out. Mitty, Detroit fans think they're gonna get 40. I ain't gonna lie. Well, I don't know about 40, but I think Detroit, if Cade was not injured, they probably would have been a pretty decent team. I think they kind of tanked their team after because they got Boyan, Cade. You know what I mean? They had some interesting pieces, bro. I think they turned off the gas. Like it was like, okay, let's just try to tank. So I'm curious to see what they come out with because I feel like they have a decent roster over there in Detroit. I think they have a decent roster. I'm not gonna lie. Let me see some more. Mother Swit says 40. 40 would be nice. Rob Cortez says he out there, bro. He probably off a couple Coronas, bro. Hussein 38. Yeah, I think okay. Everybody, this a tame crowd. This is a tame crowd. Yeah, I think mid 30s because I just feel like they have a lot of work to do. I mean, after hearing stuff like what we just heard with the this interview, it's crazy. It's crazy. But okay, so we can talk about the other thing I want to talk about is the coaching staff hire. This one I'll talk about briefly. So yeah, the Rockets. Yeah, I guess it's confirmed now. I seen some stuff saying they were moving some of the Celtics coaching staff from to our team. Ben Sullivan, like Big R pointed out. What's the significance of that? It's everything, bro. Like I pointed out to start the show, when you play in the NBA and you're a basketball team, it's a competition at every level, and you got to win at every level. It can't just be their players. Good teams are made up of good front offices, ownership, good coaches, and good players. You look at the championship level teams, you look on their benches and who's in the coaching staff, you have a bunch of head coaches sitting there. And that's really where you want to get to, where you have a bunch of head coaches that are sitting there. And you can say that, okay, this guy's going to be a head coach if he was able to get his job. On Ime's interview, I love like, man, I kind of mad I didn't get a chance to like react to his interview in full and go through it. Maybe I'll do that in the future if y'all care. But he had said something about how Popovich likes to develop his coaches, and like he empowers them to be head coaches. He cultivates that leadership within them. So once they get out in the world, they're ready. And that's what he was saying. Like the whole coordinator thing, like where some teams have offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, and like this guy's job is to like shoot. You're the shooting guy. This coach is going to be the defensive guy. This guy's with the big man. He says Popovich, all his coaches have the same functions, meaning he builds well-rounded individuals. That means you can make decisions on offense, defense, development, scouting. Like they all do it all. So when they get out into workforce, they start killing it. That's where you get the pop tree. The pop tree is a real thing. Go look up all the coaches that came out of Popovich's wings and off his branches of coaches. They are all elite. A lot of them have championships. So it's not a fluke when you get a Ime Udoka taking a team to the championship and building, turning that roster around to where they are. And honestly, I think what we just saw from them were fumes of what they started building with him there. They have talent. The Celtics are always going to be in the conference finals or the semi. So that's their baseline. But y'all know my definition for a good team. I mean, a good coach is going to be what can you do with a terrible team and to make them overperform like the OKC Thunder or what we saw from Weaver on the Utah Jazz when they were trying to compete. And what can you do when you have a championship roster? Can you push the right buttons in that roster to get them over the hump? And to me, those are the two. That's how you define a coach. Like we're seeing some good coaches right now. Mike Malone, obviously, he has a championship level roster, but to me, they don't have the most talent. And he's pushing the right buttons. Here they are. They have a very talented individual player and some good pieces around him. Then you have the other extreme, and this is like why Eric Spoelstra has catapulted himself to me best coach in the NBA. They have no business being in the finals. But if you see the cat and mouse game that this dude plays on a quarter to quarter, game to game basis, man, coaching matters, guys. It matters. It matters. So if we're going to talk about wins, half those wins I'm adding to the Rockets coming just by Ime Udoka being on the coach, just sitting on the bench. That's already like, that's damn near like 10 wins, bro. The other 5 or 6 or 7 wins they're going to get are going to come from just the players' talent because they still have to learn how to be players. We got a super chat from your boy Rob Cortez. What's good, bro? Says, I'm curious about something. In 3 years, who do y'all think is our best player? Jalen, Jabari, or Sengun? I can see a strong case for any of the three. Damn, that's a good question, bro. I posed this question. Let me ask y'all this. I'm gonna flip that question. I put this on Twitter. Let me ask the crowd. Y'all can let me know who has a better chance in 25 years for being on the NBA top 100 players. Because they just did the 75th anniversary team. In 25 years, which one of our Rockets has the best chance of being on the NBA's 100th anniversary team? Y'all let me know in the chat who y'all think it is. Let me know in the chat. Who do you think, if the NBA did it in 25 years, a 100th anniversary team, out of our core four or any other players on the roster, who do you think has the best chance to be wearing that jacket that got top 100 on there? Because that's what it's going to be in 25 years. Shout out to Kenny S with the super chat. Says, y'all got to watch out for Frank on his videos. He's so cold with it. Before you know it, he hit you with the genjutsu. What is that? Jujitsu. Is that how you spell that, bro? Of his best talk no jitsu. Only the best eyes can catch on. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. And shout out to y'all, man, for the support. Big things coming this summer. Big things coming this summer. Shout out Kenny for the $5 super chat, bro. But yeah, y'all let me know in the chat, man. Who do y'all think can make the NBA top 100 team? Who has the best chance? Who has the best chance of doing that? Look, okay, here we go. All right, some people coming in with the. All right, let's see what we got here. JG, okay, I think he got a strong case to make it. Gup, that's a long shot, bro. That's a long shot. Sengun, I think Sengun got a strong case. Let me see. Less complaints to the ref isn't okay. I don't know what he's talking about. Mitty says Alperen, then Jalen, then Jabari. If Sengun gets anywhere near Jokic, mixed with Hakeem, then him. Somebody LP, CG say LP or JG4. LP if he continues to grow. KBJ or JG. JB Johnson's high on the backcourt. I don't know about KPJ. I don't know about KPJ. Kenny says watching Naruto for sure. Okay, y'all talking about some side missions over there. What up, Terry? What's good with you, bro? Jabari and Sengun. I'm not gonna lie. To me, I'm kind of with that Jabari and Sengun. I honestly think in today's NBA, it's easier for big men to make it, especially a big man like Jabari and Sengun. I would say if I did percentages on who has the best percentages to make it, I'm gonna say it's gonna be probably 25% Sengun, 25% Jabari, 20% Jalen, and then what is that? Okay, let me make PV proud here. Then the 30% would be with the field, with the rest of the players, right? And the reason I say that is because my theory on player impact is that you have to do multiple things in order to get to that. It's like the higher the tier you are, the more you do. So if you're just a scorer, then you're a scorer. To me, that's a very generic skill set to have. Just you can score. If you can score and play make, now you're in a different tier. Those are your internal creators, right? You can score, you can play make. If you can score, play make, and defend, then you're elite, right? If you can do, so it's just multiple levels of thing. I think Jabari is going to have two good elite skills, which is going to be shooting and defending. I think for a big man, that's also going to come in rebounding. So I think he can be a guy that's just a career like 20 and 10 and one of all NBA defender. I think if he does that and the Rockets stumble onto a championship in 10 years while he's here, that has a case. Then Sengun, obviously, he does everything. He can rebound, pass, and score. And then, like I said, even if his defense is just average, like we're seeing with Jokic, with that type of ability to score and just generate stats, he has a strong case. Jalen, I just need to see he can change. He can get 50% if he shows me that he's not one dimensional. I love that Paul George interview because he was talking about his all around game and just improving across, different parts of his game, not just dropping buckets. So that's what I need to see from him. What else can you do, bro? I don't like scoring is good and it's necessary. And that could be something he does, but if you're not like just a demon scorer, it's really just like you're shooting 36% from three, 40 some percent from the mid range. Okay, like what can you do, bro? But I want him to be a two-way player because I feel like that's the blueprint. Y'all seen I made a video about that too, looking at some of the two guards out of the NBA history that are in the top 75. They all can clamp. They all play defense. And if they're not playing defense, the only person out of that was Allen Iverson. And you know what I mean? But Allen Iverson was he could play point guard and he was not a terrible defender. And the team was built around him to do that. And he was a pretty good defender. Led the NBA in steals for 3 seasons. So what can Jalen do? Can he be like the greats? And even Devin Booker is somebody we're seeing now take his game to that next level. Yeah, so that's my read on that. But I think the coaching staff coming in, look at y'all already with the shits. Look at Knicks top 100. Y'all tripping. JG and Sengun, JG and Alp. What up, B? But yeah, with the coaching staff, I think that makes a huge difference. That's one tally you can put down. Literally, guys, I don't know. I want y'all to soak this in. We have a championship level coaching staff right now. That's significant. That's championship level coaching staff. We have people that have coached in the finals and playoff games and been in battles with other top minds in the NBA. They fought the Nick Nurses of the world, the Budenholzers, the Spolstras of the world. Ime's been in battles with Eric Spoelstra. So that's y'all don't know, man. I'm telling you, it's a different day. That y'all really should be happy about that. Really should be happy about that. The last topic I want to talk about is the Draymond thing. Weird little side story that came up with that. So it started off with the little tweet from NBA Alerts saying that the Houston Rockets were following Draymond Green for some weird reason. And shout out to NBA Alerts. It's a weird little site. If y'all don't follow them, if you do, it's funny because they just give you random alerts about what players are doing. Like if they follow certain sites, do certain things. But the Rockets just for some reason started following Draymond Green when he became a free agent. I guess I don't know. Is that significant? I don't know. Is it? We don't know. But it did kind of have me thinking, what would Draymond look like on the Rockets? Like that would be significant. And there was in the was I think this the Chronicle. They had a quote from this is from what's his name, Robert Horry, I think, where he says, let's see, the Houston Rockets made it clear bringing in veterans. Entering the 23 season, the Rockets were second youngest team, blah, 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 Eric Gordon. Rockets are considered among the favorites in the sweepstakes for former league MVP, James Harden, blah, blah. The team also linked to Brooke Lopez, Cam Johnson, Dylan Brooks. Basically, all the trade and free agents that the fan base throws out, with the team is linked to. It's funny. But Robert Horry, who spent his first 4 seasons in the NBA with the Houston Rockets and helped guide the franchise to back-to-back titles in 1994 and 95, threw out another name in a recent radio interview that he thinks would be perfect for the fit for the Rockets, Draymond Green. And here's his quote. It's a funny quote. He says, "To be honest with you, Draymond would be a great person for this team as long as he don't punch nobody." What? He said, Horry said Tuesday on Sports Radio 610, he can hold everybody accountable. He's going to make everybody step up and do what they need to be for the team to be successful. And you know, what I mean, I'm with that. I ain't gonna lie. If we're gonna bring in a vet, I wouldn't mind for it to be Draymond. You even had a former Rockets player, Mario Ellie, says, "I would love Draymond Green on my Houston Rockets. Champion, leader, playmaker." You know what I mean? And so he got the cosign there. So yeah, I'm with that. I'm not as opposed to people with the Draymond coming to Houston. People are thinking about this from a X's and O standpoint, and that's still debatable how that works with the Rockets, and even with Sengun. I have no inclination, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Draymond can play with Sengun. You know what I mean? They're going to be two of the best passing. That's going to be the best passing front court in the NBA by a million miles. Of a million miles. The only thing that would need to match it is the offense we run. You know what I mean? If they brought him in. But people are looking at it from like the X's and O's standpoint. And to me, I don't look at it like that. Like I said, what I'm looking at it from is what foundational pieces are you trying to bring in to your franchise? And for all what people say about Draymond, he can't shoot, blah blah blah. He's loud, he's aggressive. That dude's a champion, man, and literally the second most important player in that dynasty for the right behind Steph Curry. As soon as Draymond Green leaves that franchise, the Golden State Warriors are done. As soon as Draymond leaves that franchise, the Golden State Warriors are done. I don't give a damn what they do. That man is one of the greatest defensive players in NBA history. That man is the if Steph is the backbone, I mean, damn, he the heart of that dynasty that they have. That dude, he is so important to what they do on both ends of the court, and the Rockets would be honored to have that champion, Hall of Famer, whatever you want to call him, strap it up for them and lay down those bricks for us to get to that next level. Because the moment he steps foot in the doors at Toyota Center, everything changes, bro. I don't give a damn who he punch. So it changes everything. So those are the type of players like basketball is not just 2K, bro. Like y'all be thinking, oh man, the true shootings don't match. Like, bro, no, you got to think about the interpersonal side of the game. And just like any company that you build or you work in a company, and you're trying to motivate people or a team that you're on, bro. And especially in athletics, you need to have certain types of players and certain types of discipline and structure on the court and off the court for your guys to really buy in, because at the end of the day, our guys are competing against 29 other grown men filled team that have more experience than them. So if Draymond coming to the Houston Rockets, I would love it. I can't do Draymond and James Harden because I would not want to spend our 60 million over the next 3 or 4 years between them two. But if you tell me pick James or pick Draymond, give me Draymond all day, all night. Like pause. But just bring him in the franchise, bro. I don't give a damn. Look, y'all saying his ego. I don't care about no ego. I don't care about none of that. All I know is that the team is going to play good defense. Guys are going to be where they're supposed to be. Dudes are going to run back on defense. Guys are going to rotate. Guys are going to pass the ball. You know what I mean? Practice. They're going to practice hard. You feel me? Guys are going to be tough. We ain't going to have no divas on the team. Guys aren't going to punk us. And we might mess around and make a play in, man. We might mess around and make a play in. Don't mess around and get Pat Bev and Draymond on the team, bro. We guarantee making a play in. You know what I mean? So, nah, man, I'm with that. I'm with it. Bring it. Oh my God, the dribble handoffs. Oh, the short roll passing. Oh man, y'all don't know. It would be basketball nirvana for me to see Draymond and Sengun share the court like together, bro. Like the sets that you could run. Oh man, it'd be crazy. That much IQ on the court. That'd be some Spurs level type stuff, bro. That'd be some Spurs. I mean, Jalen Green's life and Kevin Porter's life and Jabari, they'd have it so easy. You know what I mean? With the screening and the handoffs and the oh my God. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, man, throw the bag at Draymond, give him 35 million, whatever it is to get him here, three years. I'm with it. Y'all could come for my neck for that. That to me, that makes sense in a basketball on and off the court. He's gonna have an impact on the team literally immediately. We will be a relevant team, and that defense is gonna turn up. That defense. If you want to know how good this man is, just go watch the playoffs, bro. Go watch how he plays against anybody in this current playoffs. He's still at the top of his game. So I'm just telling y'all, man. Y'all know I don't be capping when I talk about basketball. I ain't been wrong yet. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm always right. Actually, I was right. I was just wrong on the Jokic thing. So yeah, I was wrong on that. Yeah, I was wrong. But I didn't say Jokic was bad. I just didn't trust the Denver Nuggets. But I'm just saying, bring Draymond, man. That to me, that is probably that is like one of the biggest impact players that you could realistically throw a bag at and get. like right now, right now. So don't judge him on Jordan Poole. I mean, stuff happens, whatever. You know what I mean? So some guys, maybe not Jordan, but some guys need a little punch. You know what I mean? You might need to, you might need to step out. You know what I mean? I don't know why I was on camera, but you feel me? Fights happen, man. Remember, y'all thought Jabari and Sengun hated each other because they were arguing. Y'all gotta that stuff happens. Fights happen. You know what I mean? Fights happen. You feel me? So that's where I'm at with that. So let me get to some of the chat, and we'll shut this down, man. Just wanted to tap in with y'all. Let me see. Let me see what y'all think I'm cooking over here with the Draymond takes. Let's see what y'all. Let me start off with the most negative one. Here we go. No Draymond, but your boy Sheezy. Okay, Sheezy must be a hardened supporter or something. B Pimpson said, would it get in the way of Sengun or would we trade him? Nah, man. None of the Sengun making 1 point some million, bro. The Rockets ain't gotta do nothing with Sengun. To me, you don't unprovoked, you don't have to trade a player until they want money. And he's not due yet. So I mean, they should just leave him. To me, you just let him, Jabari, Tari, just let him cook. Let's see what we got. If they don't fit 2 years from now, they want a contract, it's too much money, move on. All right, Sengun, we couldn't work out here. Here's where we're going with the team. You're a good player. We just blah, 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 bang, bang. But trading talent like that when they still on their rookie contract is just dumb. Like if you don't need it, unless it's like, damn, we can get, Mikal Bridges and they really want LP in Brooklyn, man. Damn, I will hate to do it type stuff, but just trading players for no reason it's kind of just aggressive. Like you don't need to do anything without Prince. Just let him be. Just let him play. Let him play and see what you got. Which just goes back to the stuff I was saying. Like, why the hell did Steven Silas not explore more with our players? The four Tari, Bari, Sengun, and Jalen only played. I forgot it was like 200 possessions together the whole season, bro. When I was making my last video, that made me sick. Like we don't know anything about those four guys playing together because Steven Silas was out there doing like some space age Mars chess with our lineups, the double big lineups with Garuba and Boban. Like what? Just sickening stuff, man. Sickening stuff. Jake says, "What was all the smoke about Dylan Brooks a while back? It was crack smoke, Jake. It was crack smoke. We do not want Dylan Brooks, bro. That dude is who people think Draymond is. Dylan Brooks is a guy that does all the antics of Draymond Green without any of the substantiation behind it. There's nothing that substantiates it. You know what I mean? Imagine Dacian. Well, he's not as bad as, let's not say Knicks, but just like a player that's not good, just talking like they're good. Like he's not good. He's not a good player. Gary Banks says no Draymond, no class. Okay. I guess you must think the punch was a little over the top. You know what I mean? And I guess the antics we do know, but those are those type of guys that when they're on your team, man. Hell, we had Chris Paul in here doing all that weird stuff. Y'all don't remember when Chris Paul tried to do an arm bar on LeBron James? We act like we didn't see it, but that was some slimy stuff. Sigma said, "I want Draymond. I'm with you, bro." Usagami, I rather see Uzi and Sengun at the floor at the same time. Yeah, bro, they should have done that last year, man. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, they probably gonna give them some run early on, but if they're really trying to compete, all those experimental stuff. That's why it kind of makes me mad. Like we should have done more, bro. I don't think did they even play together at all? Wasn't that a thing? Like Sengun and Usman never played together. Yeah, so I don't think they're gonna be doing mad experiments where it's just like, oh yeah, let's see what Uzi, Sengun, and this guy look together. It's gonna be more traditional lineups or lineups that make more sense. What if KBJ dodges the punch and then throws a suit back? Come on. That would be funny, bro. We should put that on pay-per-view. A Draymond versus Kevin Porter. Draymond could only punch, and KBJ will have like a table full of Super Bowls. He can only throw those. Whoever wins gets a max contract. Terry says Draymond knows how to get a ring, man. Don't have to worry about his effort. You already know, man. I was watching them playoffs. I was like, this guy is good. Man, him and Steph, man. I kind of low key don't want to see them break up. But I know the Warriors are in a world of trouble. I skipped somebody. Red Dragon says Draymond would be perfect or correct. Correct. Okay, you missing that. I thought that was some. Y'all be with them insider jokes. Easy MB, he needs to leave Golden State anyway. The team neutered him. Natured him or neutered him? That's kind of, I don't think they neutered him, bro. He out there, he literally punching people. I would definitely like Draymond on our squad. No homo, though. Dre in a Rockets jersey, his is hideous, though. Nasty work. That ain't really homo, bro, but it would be weird. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. That would be almost if I woke up, like, let's say I got in a coma, woke up, it's November like 13th, and I look and the Rockets are playing like Charlotte and I see Draymond Green and the thing, I'd probably think I had died and went to like some middle hell or something like that. Sigmund said Golden State is done. Please, Draymond, come here. Pause. Uh Jake says, now you tripping. They got Steph. Both can do great passes. Big man. Yeah, I'm with the Draymond, man. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Let me see. Don't yeah, don't say lay them bricks. Yeah, yeah, bro. I didn't mean that basketball wise. When I said Draymond would come here and help us lay bricks. Because if I'm in basketball, they building the damn Taj Mahal. God damn it. Because them dudes, our team cannot shoot and he can't shoot. But I'm looking at it more from the interpersonal side, more of a team building side, more of the intangibles and things like that. We hope everybody becomes a better shooter over the offseason. We pray. That's the prayer, man, because, yeah, our team was not great at shooting. Not great at shooting, bro. So, yeah, we just hope and pray that they are we all get better at that with that, man. But we need it, man. We need it. We need it. Let me see. I'm gonna skip down some. Frank, how about Utah Watanabe for Tate and Knicks in the second round pick? Damn, for Utah, bro. I love Utah, but boy, he wasn't seen no burn, but he's a great player. I know one of my friends, Mike on Twitter, loves Utah. Utah. All I know is every time I see bro, he getting posterized, bro. That's all. I've seen him get dunked on like 3 times, and not just some like regular dude getting like top 10 of the season dunks on him because he be trying to block shots he has no business blocking, and then he always getting blocked. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know, but I like him as a player. Dude's a pure shooter, hustle guy. He got length. That's the type of players you really want, like in that Garrison Matthews type role. But he's actually Utah's actually an NBA player that could actually help you win games. So I don't know if he's going to cost all that much. I think you could probably just get him for a couple second round picks. And yeah, if you need to trade, I think Tate might be a little too high for a Utah Watanabe trade. I think Tate may fetch you a late first, depending on what the team needs are. But yeah, I do. I love his game. Love his game. Love his game. For that. But yeah, man. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Shout out to the CSG gangs. You know what I mean? Hopefully, if stuff comes up, we'll react to it. I'll try to do another live stream. I think Space should be coming back soon. He's still handling his business. I think he's moving or something. So all his computer equipment is just everywhere. Easy MB, I'm not sleeping on Utah, bro. Trust me, I know his game. I'm just saying, like, I mean, you wouldn't. Ain't teams ain't doing that for a guy that's like the 10th man on the bench. Like, they're not going to trade. Like, give me a second and a young player and this and that. But yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the Chop Shop gang. Y'all keep supporting the channel. You can hit us up on the Cash app at Chop Shop HTX. You know what I mean? Yeah, take and go. Chop Shop HTX on the Cash app. If you guys want to show love, keep supporting us, help us keep this great content. And little announcement, I'll be doing a live stream on June 12th on the Bleacher Report app. So I'll be on there on Bleacher Report there. Reach out to your boy. Want me to do some stuff on Rockets trade potentials and whatnot. So I'll put that information on the channel timeline if y'all can get on there and show support for your boy. I'm going to be on the Bleacher Report app doing a Rocket stream on there as well. So appreciate y'all, man. We're gonna go in and shut this down. Let me turn on some music to let y'all boys go out into in honor of your boy Space Ghost. So I'm gonna go out with some music, man. Shout out to the CSGs and everybody there. Y'all keep holding it down.
This was the last hoe I chased. Swear, spazzing in this bitch. This ain't the last blunt I
Love, OG Ron C and DJ Candlestick of the Chop Stars. Chopped up, not slapped up show on Sound 42. Sirius XM.
Now this the hot shit. Jimmy Snooker off the top rope. Super fly shit. Might get in the tub with all my ice on some pop shit. Either way you slice the bottom line, I'm the top bitch.